trust. Me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Loose inside the 30.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think they should take the ball.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. They'll run with the third-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lance going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. Not something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Now it's Peterson. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Play action, now it's Lance. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To about the 26 here. The Niners at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could run us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper it in 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Butker's kick here is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit, because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
There he goes, left side. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
75 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
This time, the extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. Samuel bringing in the slant. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to go.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Lance. And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Fortson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken a 4th quarter lead. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Come on, set.
Now Lance. This one in, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Chiefs 38, 49ers 28.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, rolled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
A quick pass out to Juju. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, 43. Hey, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And cycle.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Room here to run. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That's Samuel, caught left side.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. One final try now for Lance.
Caught on the slant. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 2nd and goal from the 1. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. And as this defense walks up.